Now, first up here is going to be a repunch date. So an 1894 over an 1894. Now you can clearly see here in the image the 1, the 8, the 9, the 4. You can really see it there on the 9 and the 4. So look for that with your USB coin microscopes. Now here's another example of that as well. You can really see it here, very clear. Always look for that. You can look for this on a lot of different Indian head pennies, not just the 1894. So inspect your dates very, very closely. Now first up is an 1894. You see here it's got the repunch date here on the coin slab, RPD, and you can see that this coin is not in great condition. Definitely not a mint state graded coin or anything like that. Now if this coin was in super good condition, it would sell for a lot more money. Now this penny only sold for around $90, so it's not, you know, worth thousands of dollars, but we're gonna look at some more valuable coins here as we go. Now here is another double date. So this is graded at an extra fine 40 by PCGS. Now this is the 1894. This coin sold for a little over $220. So it doesn't have a high grade, but it's got that repunch date. So that's what's gonna give it the value, the double date there. Now if we look at the same exact coin, we go from a $200 coin to over a $12,000 coin. Now that is because of the grade of the coin. This coin is graded at a mint state 65 red. Of course you can see the visual difference between this $200 coin and this $12,000 coin. So the date is doubled here. Again, same exact thing, just different grades. So that is what's going to increase its value tremendously. I would imagine not a lot of these exist at this grade, so that is going to increase the demand, which is always going to make the coin worth a little bit more money. So again, $200 coin to a $12,000 coin because of its condition. Speaking of low grade versus high grade, here's an 1894, no mint mark. Now it's only graded at an extra fine 45. Not the worst grade, but definitely not the best. And this coin only sold for around $50. So not much, but if we look at an 1894 that's got the high grade of a mint state 67 red, this coin sold for over $7,000. So again, a $50 coin to a $7,000 coin just because of the coin's grade. Now this coin here is pretty cool, 1894. It's been double struck with the second strike being 90% off center. We can see that there most noticeably at the top of the coin. You see the date twice on this coin, which is really cool. Absolutely love this coin. That's why I had to put it on the thumbnail of this video. This coin just looks awesome. Wish it was in a little bit better condition, but still, you can't beat it. This coin sold for over $540. So not bad, a $500 penny for being graded at an extra fine 45. But of course, all the value in this coin is from that mint error. Also in 1894, they produced the proof coin. So we got a very high graded proof penny here, graded at a proof 66 red. Clearly you can see the condition of this coin is pretty flawless. And this penny sold for a whopping $18,000. 18,000, man. Tell me in the comments below what you would do with 18 grand. Now let's check out some other coins and what you should be looking for on your other Indian head pennies. Here is a stock image of the 1909S. Yes, the 1909S is the rarest date Indian head penny. And that is because they only produced a little over 300,000 of these coins. To be exact, they produced 309,000 of these coins. So this first one here, this one was on eBay. Alright, so for the condition of the coin, of course, just like any price for any coin, if it's in bad condition, it's going to sell for less. If it's in very good condition, it's going to sell for more. But for the 1909S, it's a very rare penny, so even one in worn condition is still going to sell for a pretty decent price. Alright, so this one here, it's not graded. It is in excellent condition. If it was graded, it would sell for more. You can see the mint mark, the S mint mark at the bottom on the back of the penny there. Now, this penny here sold on eBay without being graded for over $900. Now we look at this one here. This one is graded at about uncirculated 58, AU 58 there. Now this penny here, again, these are all 1909S because that is the one that you want to look for. This penny here sold for over $1,200. But if you look at an extremely high graded example of the coin, this one's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67. So a 1909S with a very extremely high grade. This coin here sold for over $97,000. $97,000. Moving right along, here's one at an AU55. You can see that it doesn't look like it's in the best condition. It's got a lot of black stuff on it and a lot of dirt and wear and tear on the coin. Now, even though this coin is not in the greatest condition, the value is in the date and the mint mark. So 1909S, because of that rarity, this coin sold for over $630. And here's another example of a 1909S that's graded at a mint state 64. So again, a very high grade. Those mint state grades are very, very valuable coins. This Indian head penny from 1909 sold for over $2,700. Here, guys, is a stock image of the 1902 Indian head penny. No mint mark, so Philadelphia minted coin. Now you can see that they produced over 87 million of these coins. So they did make a lot of the 1902 penny. But here's an example of something to look for on that 1902 penny if you guys do have one. So this is what's called a die gouge on the eye of the Indian. So that is pretty sweet. You can see that very visibly there on the eye and the image displayed here. Now here's an example of a 1902 that has that eye gouge. You can see that it's not a very high graded coin. It's graded at an extra fine 40. So nothing like a mint stated high graded coin or anything like that. It's obviously been circulated. If it was a mint state high graded coin, then it would definitely sell for a lot more. Now this coin here, even in its condition, sold for $80. Now here is another 1902 Indian head penny. Now this is graded about uncirculated 58, so a lot higher grade than the last coin. However, it doesn't have that eye gouge or anything like that, but because of its higher grade, it did sell for a little more money. It sold for a little over $85. Now I'm going to show you the difference between an $85 coin and a very, very expensive coin, and this is all based on coin grading. Alright, so this coin here is again a 1902 Indian head penny. Now this is extremely, extremely high graded coin, almost flawless. It's graded at a mint state 68. So very, very high grade. You can see that there in the images displayed that this coin is just super, super nice. And because of the grade on this coin, this penny sold for over $13,000. So you got an $85 penny and a $13,000 penny that are both the same year, both the same pennies, just two different types of grades. So that is a huge, huge factor when pricing coins. This is an image of a double die reverse. You can see it taking place there on the shield of the reverse on this penny. Now you see the doubling on the edge of the shield there. And then if we take a look at this next image, this is also on the 1865 penny. There's doubling taking place on the letters 1 cent. So like I always say, get a cheap little USB coin microscope. You can get them from couchcollectibles.com. Link is in the description. And you guys will be able to see your coins up close like this. Now if you want to look at some coins that actually have this double die reverse taking place on them, here's an example of that. Now this is at a mint state 63. It's got doubling taking place on the reverse of the coin, and this coin sold for over $4,300. Next up is another 1865 with the double die reverse. Now this is graded at an AU 55. Now of course if it was a mint stated grade, it would sell for a lot more money. However, because this coin does have doubling on both the shield and on the letters 1 cent, this penny sold for over $1,100. Now something else to look for on the 1865 penny is the Fancy 5. You want to look for the Fancy 5. You can see the difference here in the image displayed of the Fancy 5 versus the plain 5. So you can really see that hook indent on the top of the 5 on the Fancy 5. Now here's two more examples of the Fancy 5 on the Indian head penny. So like I say, get that USB microscope, that way you can see your coins up close like this. Now here's a lower graded example of that 1865 Fancy 5 penny. Now this penny here sold for over $180. Now if we look at the same coin, this also has a Fancy 5, but it's at a mint state 66, so extremely high grade, which will give the coin a lot of value. Now this Indian head penny here sold for over $28,000. And then next up is an 1865 penny that just has the plain 5. However, it's a high graded coin. That's why it's valuable, and that's why this penny sold for over $3,500. Now, something else to look for on the 1865 Indian head penny is this line that you see that's going through the feathers there. Now, you can see that with the USB microscope, so definitely want to get one of those. Now, what this is called is a lathe line, and it's most likely a line from the die cutting process that wasn't properly moved before the hubbing. So definitely an awesome error to look out for. If you guys got an 1865 penny, let me know in the comments below. You guys will definitely have to examine those up close. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.